How's it going, everyone? This is Scott Takai, and in today's video I wanted to share with you guys some DP work that I did for a restaurant called Woodfire Kebab in Laguna Hills, California. I shot a commercial for their new dish, Tour of Persia, and in today's video I just wanted to share with you guys the lighting setups that I did in the commercial. So what I ended up doing for this setup was I took the 300D Mark II and I bounced the light off of a silver reflector and highlighted the food from camera left, and just so I can get less of the light to spread and get the light to be a little bit more direct, I black wrapped it and I just made like a little cone around it just to direct the light to the reflector and bounce it back to the food and just have less of the light spreading around. The second light, I used the Aperture 120D Mark II with the lantern attachment, and I just put it directly above the food just so I can try to evenly light it as much as possible. And then I used two Nanlite Pavo tubes, one in the back as a backlight and then one on camera right as a fill light. So with the 120D Mark II and the lantern attachment, it gives very even lighting throughout the table and throughout all of the food. The areas that aren't hit by light is actually very dark, so just to make it more visually appealing and a little bit more bright, using the Nanlite Pavo tubes to fill in the shadows on both sides helps give it a more brighter, slightly more high-key look. And then with the Aperture 300D Mark II, reflecting onto the reflector and reflecting it with harsh light, to me it adds more contrast and it adds more texture to it, so it just gives it a more interesting look. And if the light wasn't there, then the lighting would have just looked a lot more flat. For the camera setup, I didn't have a legitimate overhead rig, so what I had to do was just tilt the tripod as far forward as I could, and I also used this Edelkrone plate thing. I don't really remember what it's called, and what it does is it just extends it more, and then you could also tilt it down so that it gets a more downward angle to it. And since we were ghetto rigging the camera and it made it more difficult to adjust the camera to exactly where I wanted it to, I used the Tilta Nucleus M follow focus so that I didn't have to worry about touching the camera again as far as touching the focus and touching the zoom. And besides pushing record, it made it so that I didn't have to touch the camera, therefore I can keep it a lot more still. So that was the video for today, something short and sweet, and I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching the video, because there's plenty of videos on the internet that you could be watching but you decide to watch mine instead, which I am very, very appreciative of. And if you want to see more from me, check out my social media accounts in the description below. And if you want to see more videos from me, check out my YouTube channel for more filmmaking related videos. And I will have an amazing day, and I will see you guys later. Peace.